Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Joseph Aprile. I'll be reading from my anthology of poetry entitled Impaled on Time's Illustrious Arrow. And I'd like to begin with a poem that touches on the creative process as much as I know about it. It's called A View from the Hatchery. The canvas first begun is empty, longing to be dabbled with. Empty pages limply lying upon the desk, edging towards a mockery of words, a corpse to its mortician, a linear progression, filling the chaos with any hopeful rush of air. Torsos of old men sleep in the park, lewd gestures are offered out windows from third-floor balconies, the gods converge on the ancient moon, to dig up old mementos and reconsider Hercules. The fog lifts, revealing sea serpents sinking ivory-laden ships of men. Historians hold a conference in the desert, scattering their works to the wind. Images coalesce in the tubercules of my brain, boil off the roof of my cranium, roar up into the smoke above the radiator to condense prematurely beneath the ceiling. The next poem I would like to read is entitled Mexico. Mexico. Fishermen set upon their nets in the crystal fragmenting sun. Rocks polish their sleek dark bodies in the twilight rush of tide. Couples exchange their sonnets and salivas where the shadows meet. Man on bicycle, sun into day's relentless burning, giving up the fire to eyes upon the beach where fish bake in boats tiring of their trade, and salt-worn men pour stories of wind into youth who dream of Mexico City. The next one I'd like to read is titled Words. And this is a poem about words. Words. Words are iron, are wind, are wrought from tempests on wayward buses, are tokens, are reams. Words are hallways, are silent, are hollow, are dreams. Words beget words. Words are screams beguiled into order. Words are driftwood, are nectar, are poison. Words fall into the earth, leaving salt and fire. The next poem I would like to read again touches on the creative process, and it's called I Write. I write. I write. Diamonds mingled with sawdust. I sit here waiting like Beethoven for that clarity when universe finds these eyes to see through. Though not blessed by deafness, I persist. The lines are narrow but treacherous. The ocean is large but thoroughly broken. I see the crates upon which I sold lemonade when I was 6, and the day I gave birth to the idea of myself. Laundromats I've traveled in, standing outside with a wistful cigarette, streets and concrete, narrow tunnels slicing through stone, listening for the far-off tambourine, the slowly evolving, rejoiceful dream. I write concerning the heart cleverly impaled on the desk before me. Blood drips to my feet, and the light from the one who made me leaves its shadow where fear devours need. I write to protest not so much fate, but the kingdom that designs it. I write with but meager resources in the tall and lonely spire of the long-forgotten self, until the silence hounds me no longer. The next poem I would like to read is called Immersed. I am immersed. I am immersed, swimming in seas of your breathing epidermal. I am a momentary parasite of you, licking the sweat from the crevices of spine, marking the curvatures of your body rhyme. I am lost in the sun-galactic moon harvest rainbow eyes. I am the glove in your body hand, an octopus in your ocean. My life in this cosmic, swimming in my tears, expelled into your eye spheres, I am the fleeting space of your enclosure. The intergalactic organismic song fills the edge and grip of protoplasm, the fire of dawn. Your love is my antenna. The next one I'd like to read is also a love poem, but of a totally different kind. It's called How Charisma Filled Up Your Living Room. How charisma filled up your living room, and the sunlight beamed through the cracked pottery from the ceiling. How the locomotive died on its way to the unveiling of your new placenta at the Whitney, next to the fried eggs on platter. How the days went by like moist arrows, and the dawn nearly froze in the wake of your eyes. How I greeted the audience and fed them your program. How I laughed at your stowaway manners. How I metered the rhyme that came out of you like Oklahoma dust. How I staged your departure in a hallway of mirrors. How charisma embraced the texture of your bed. How I pleaded to pause by your manifold breathing. How you turned up the volume and resisted the meeting. How you authored your memories in the ceiling and signed my letters with the blood of a hamster. How precise, how clear you were then. How charisma filled up your penthouse and let the day begin. The next one I'd like to read is called Heroic Contours of Sweeping Earth. Heroic contours of sweeping earth dance in the space that vision enfolds and the mind engenders when it is unsprung from the considerations of a purely economic nature. The next one I'd like to read is called Animal Dreams Part 2. And this was I was inspired to write this when I was at my old friend of mine's cabin in Virginia, a beautiful area of southern Virginia with rolling hills. And I was there 2 weeks all by myself, and what I experienced inspired this poem. Animal Dreams Part 2. I envy my bovine cousins. I long to stand so calmly in a meadow as the flies encircle my head, to be so miraculously composed as that. I envy the crimson-bellied robin. I yearn to stand on a fence post and indulge myself with sweet visions of spring. I envy the earthworm. I wish to burrow in the soft earth, to be totally immersed in the completeness and purity of motion. I envy the moth, waiting ever so patiently for that one molecule that signals his lover's delight. I long to allow life to happen that simply, that resolutely, to be so without expectations, to live life like a dream.